Hi, my name is James Bradford, and I should warn you from the beginning, I have no video proficiency. All the quick cuts and the bloggy stuff, I'm terrible at it. And also I have a tendency to ramble, which I'm going to try to keep to a minimum in this video. But, hi, nice to meet you. If you're watching this, you may have seen my post on Reddit, and so that's why you're watching this. See what I told you about rambling. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm 33 years old, and I'm a singer, songwriter, and comedian. And I posted on Reddit an idea that I had to try and sort of help myself, help you help me kind of a scenario. And I'm calling it JB Sings for His Supper. Real original, I know. I found Reddit because a friend of mine raved about it constantly, so constantly, and I joined a while ago. Not as long ago as some people. Some of you guys are so dedicated, and I could see myself getting obsessed, but I'm going to try not to be that guy. But I was talking to this friend and telling him how difficult some things have gotten for me lately, which we'll get to. And he pointed me out to this section of Reddit that I didn't know about, where you can ask people for help. I figured, what do I have to lose? Besides a little, humility, which I have no problem there. So the idea is sing for my supper. What I'm asking for essentially is a donation of a minimum of $1. And what that would get you first is I will email you or upload somewhere for you my entire back catalog of music. I've been singing and recording music for 13 years. I signed a deal with a little indie label when I was 19. That was my first record, and I've been recording ever since. It's got somewhere over 60 songs on it, and it scans a bunch of different genres. I started out in dance pop, and also 100 pounds ago. And I've moved through folk, pop, rock, and settled into kind of a folky pop rock sound. So I'm giving you all that music, which, well, in this day and age, I don't know what recorded music is worth anymore anyway, because people can pretty much get it if they want it. And I'm pretty sure my stuff is floating around on some peer-to-peer sites and torrent sites, but be that as it may, I'm giving that to you. I'm also offering to sing for my supper. You see where I was going with that? So what I'll do is I will sing you a song, somewhere in between 3 and 4 minute long song, acapella, or maybe I'll come up with some clever percussion. I might even use instrumental versions of songs I've already recorded and rewrite them for you. It's up to me. And what we'll do is you can either give me a topic, something fun, whatever, guinea pigs, politics, fruit roll-ups, and I will write and sing a song for you about the topic. Or you can tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do for a living, where you grew up, are you married, are you gay, do you like guinea pigs or fruit roll-ups, and I will sing a song about you. Around 3 to 4 minutes, a cappella, and I will upload the video of me singing the song on YouTube, either publicly for anyone to see or privately just for you. I mean, where else can you get 60 studio tracks, well, some are live tracks, and a custom written and sung song for $1? I don't know where. Here, that's where you can. So that's the deal. Here's what's my deal. That's grammatically nightmarish. I have been at this performing thing since I was around 19. I don't count, the teenage years. A lot of people say, oh, I've been doing theater since I was 14. Yeah, honey, we all have. But, I went to acting school. I went to AMDA in New York City. Then I got my AA at a community college in theater performance. And I had some good years where I did some TV, some crappy indie movies, dabbled in reality TV. I caught some records. There were good times, there were bad times. There were never great times, but I had some momentum going. And then a few years ago, I got involved in a relationship with someone who had an addiction problem. And I was not emotionally prepared for it. And I'm not going to turn this into a super duper sob story for you, but the long and short of it is that I let their life take over my life. I did not get into drugs, but I was very naive about drugs, and I became sort of a hermit and a shut-in, developed some really intense clinical depression, and I basically, for better or worse, barely left the house for 2 years. I put on a lot of weight, and now that I've moved out of that relationship and have worked for some time, around a year now, to get my shit together again, I am coping with all of the stuff that came along with the result of all of that. Because I put on a lot of weight, well, not because of, but it all goes together. I was diagnosed with diabetes a few months ago. Fun. I was also diagnosed as hypogonadal, which sounds a lot funnier than it is. You've seen the advertisements where it's like a cartoon dude and he's like, I'm so depressed, what's wrong with me? Maybe you have low testosterone. So I have that. So all of these things combine to make me like bummed out and tired all the time, and it's pretty much a 24-hour fight to want to get up out of bed and have a life. But I have a great therapist and I have great medication prescribed that really helps me with that. But in the meantime, I got a job and then they took it away from me. It was at a theater, a live theater, not movie theater, and it was box office, concessions. It was a decent job, and now it's gone. So I find myself financially strapped, not only for everyday life stuff, but in terms of actually performing. It does take money to actually get up on stage and perform, whether or not it means you have to hire a musician to do it or whatever it is. It's generally speaking, it takes money, especially if you want to record decent tracks. See, this is going on for far too long. Okay, so that's what happened to me and put me in the position that I'm at now. Like, I'm behind on rent, I'm barely keeping up with utility bills. This computer that I'm on right now, this might look all nice. This is an old webcam. This computer, I don't have the keyboard on this laptop, is not on the laptop anymore because I spilled water on this, what was already a crappy laptop, so I have to use a USB one. I don't live a life of luxury by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm not looking to, I'm just looking to get by and do the only thing I know how to do, which is comedy and music. So, I told you what I'll do for your dollar. And, the dollar is like a jumping off point. You can give me as much as you want or as little as you want. I'm also going to put up a list of practical everyday things that could really use help procuring. Things that everybody needs, and then it just sort of takes $5 out of your wallet and you're like, You know what I mean. We're talking about toilet paper and toothpaste. This is life, kids. So let's talk about the rules. The rules are as such. I will do one song per person, regardless of how much you donate. So if you give me $1, and that's all you have to give to get this super deal, then I will. Then that's great. If you give me $50, you still get one song and the whole music catalog. One song. You cannot send me $1 from 10 different PayPal accounts and ask for 10 different songs. I guess I would have a hard time catching you, but don't be a dick. You cannot request me to sing about things which I consider offensive or inappropriate, and that's at my discretion. It's not up for debate. It's not up for argument. I'm not going to sing a song about how awesome the NRA is because I'm not into the NRA. If you are, that's cool. I respect your right to own a gun. But you see where I'm going with that. Clearly, I'm not going to sing a song about how I hate gay people. Up to me, completely up to me. And if you don't like it, then you can have your $1 back. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Nobody may pay attention to me, or 100 people may pay attention to me, or 1,000, maybe 100. But depending on how popular this is, it could take me a couple days to do your song. I'll try to acknowledge your donation as quickly as possible. It may take me a little bit of time to actually get the song written and recorded and uploaded. I'd like to give you an estimate of 48 hours, but again, if this goes insane, it may take a little more time, and I will keep things up to date about that as it goes on to let you know how long it'll take. Like I said, what the money was for, it's sort of double-tongued, like cake and bread. I need money for everyday stuff because I don't have a job right now, and this money will help me to live, pay rent, all of those things. Which is, if you were a professional artist getting paid for your artwork, that's what you would be using the money for. But in addition, the cake side is that I'll be using the money to reserve local venues to perform at, or to pay musicians to do live gigs with, studio time to record, maybe upgrade some of my own equipment so I can do home recording. That's what the money is for. So there's the practical and there's the, I don't want to say fanciful. It's not fanciful to want to be able to pay a guitarist, but you see where I'm going with that. And that's it. I would say it's the long and short of it, but it was pretty much the long of it, wasn't it? I've set up some things so that you can reach out to me at any time. I've got an email address that you can reach me at. It's Jim, J-I-M, at jamesbradfordisthick.com. Thick was the name of a fringe show that I did last year, of which I lost several $100s on because everyone made money but me, and that's fine. I was happy to do the show. I've set up a phone number. It's a Google Voice number so that anyone can leave me a message or try to contact me, and you know, if it gets abused or passed around in an unpleasant way, I can always change it at any time. So that number is 215-821-6687. You can also email me at singinformysupper@gmail.com. It's singin' with no G and no apostrophe because you can't do that. And then the YouTube page where all of the videos will be uploaded is youtube.com/JBSingsForHisSupper. All that stuff will be attached to this YouTube thingy. And I guess that's all. If you made it through the video this far, I commend you. And the bottom line is that, I mean, look, I'm lucky enough to have somewhere to live with a roommate who gives me some leeway about getting the rent and the bills paid, and I'm lucky to have any kind of medical insurance and have a shitty laptop that barely is held together by rubber bands and chewing gum. You know, it's I'm blessed in so many ways. I don't pretend that I am living in, you know, Kolkata. And I would say that if you're watching this, you're thinking, who does this queen think he is? Why would I give him $1? I don't owe him anything. Fair enough. You watched it. You obviously had an interest in giving. So find something that you do think deserves your money and give it to them. And just think of me for a second when you do. I guess that's all. Thanks for watching this. And let's see what happens. I could be singing 20,000 songs over the next month. And you know what? I'd freaking love to do it. So, all right. Bye.